Hello, this is Dave for That's Us Gaming, and welcome to Daves Ramblings, where I basically talk your ear off about things I find interesting. Now, before I go any further today, if you're enjoying what we're doing, please consider liking and subscribing. We've been doing pretty well on subscribers, but we could always do more, and it's always very much appreciated. Anyway, today, I just want to have a look at Fortnite in the news. Now, it appears that Fortnite is now the big evil face of video games. In the UK press in the last week, they've run not one, but two defamatory stories on the game, which were a child headbutting his mother in Australia when she decided to confiscate his console, and a kid in Bridgend, Wales, using his mum's bank card behind her back to basically purchase a shitload of in-game stuff. Now, this is following on from a story on the, let me just check, the 30th of July in the Daily Mirror with the headline, "Fortnite made me a suicidal drug addict." Now, we as gamers have to put up with this shit a lot, and we have done for fucking years. It seemed before everything was video games' fault, it was music's fault, and you couldn't even enjoy bloody music then without everyone telling you it's the devil's work and all this sort of stuff. But I suppose people don't realise that with games, I mean, the more popular a game is, there's more chance of somebody going off the deep end. Same with anything. It's the law of averages. You know, the more people are playing it, there's more chance that somebody is going to do something wrong. Now, I agree that people can get addicted to video games, but then in Fortnite there is no gambling mechanic. There's no loot box system. People just genuinely like to play the game. I mean, I myself don't like the game. I prefer PUBG or Realm Royale, but I hate the bollocks that the UK press prints about games. In fact, Eurogamer exposed the journalist Matthew Barber for offering cash for negative stories on Fortnite not long before he printed the drug addict bloody article that I mentioned previously. And again, the one in Wales too is absolutely ridiculous, because I'm supposed to feel outraged because a 10-year-old stole, let's not mince words, stole his mum's bank card and went on a spree, then turned around and said, "I thought I was just buying credits." Buying credits. There's a clue. If the card details were already on the account, then okay, that does happen a fair bit. But he actively sought out that card, and I'm supposed to think that he's the victim. Now, we all know that the printed news is struggling, so they will latch onto anything that's popular and doesn't clash with their investors, obviously, just to have some semblance of relevance in this digital age. I mean, as I've said before, we have had to defend ourselves as gamers against bullshit wave after bullshit wave. Remember when GTA was a cop killing simulator? I'm not even on about GTA 3, I'm on about fucking top-down GTA, you know. It's like, because that's what I thought I'd do. I thought I'd go out into the street and fucking keep pressing circle to fucking kill people, yeah. But I mean, what was the other one? Night Trap. Night Trap, for fuck's sake. Night Trap was apparently torture porn, where we would watch teenagers being killed, despite the fact that anyone who was actually playing the fucking game, you were trying your fucking hardest to save the kids. In the case of Fortnite, it's the fact that a lot of people play it for long periods of time. A lot of people play FIFA. And kids, when we used to work in Blockbusters, kids would literally like steal money or do stuff to get Microsoft points for Ultimate Team. Not to mention, there have been deaths due to FIFA, but these are largely ignored because Europeans have a deep-rooted attachment to football. And people aren't going to outright attack FIFA, because, let's be fair, they have too much money to throw around and say, "Oh, hang on, if you attack us, we're going to pull sponsorship for this, that and the other." I mean, that fucking coward that shot people at the Madden tournament has largely been swept aside. But you can literally bet your fucking ass that if this was a shooting game, the world would be blaming the game despite the other few million people that play the game without incident. You cannot blame games for everything. I really enjoy the Wolfenstein games. Does this mean I want to shoot all fucking Germans? No. I wouldn't even shoot a Nazi. I can't fucking kill anyone. Does it mean I think it's glorifying Nazis? No, not at all. At the end of the day, you cannot predict human nature, and you certainly can't blame any one thing for people's behaviour. The one thing we can do, and now, wait a minute, this might sound radical, is to look out for one another. Teach kids the importance of being respectful online. Check in on them. Make sure that you can't effing and all, the amount of times an online game has been spoiled by either kids or even worse is adults. But, just when I hear, hey, you fucking suck, Crudox, you shit, I'm going to fuck your mom and stuff like that, that's just awful. Just give it a fucking rest, you know what I mean? Teach kids the importance of being respectful online, teach them not to buy things, and how things cost real money. You've got to teach them these things. You can't just, go forth and expect, especially fucking, if they're going to go stealing your bank card, just teach them the importance. This is just basic stuff. And if you think they have a problem, intervene. They may resent you. They may hurt you. They may say hurtful things. But if it was alcohol or drug addiction, you would intervene. You would make sure they got the help they needed, and you really just wouldn't you? No matter what the consequences, no matter how much they hated you, no matter how much, they would lash out at you, you would help them. And really, that's all I've got to say. So on that note, thank you very much for listening. Please, again, I hope you take the time to like, share, subscribe. It does mean a lot to a small channel. And again, thank you very much for listening. Bye.